Hey guys, this is Joseph Lucero with Powerlifting Technique, and today what we're going to talk about is the face pull exercise. We're going to talk about the details of, is it a shoulder exercise? Is it a back exercise? Where should I bring the band, the cable? What's my aiming point, and how that can make a big difference on how I recruit certain muscles. So I'm going to be using a band inside my gym. I have the cable set up too, but I think the bands are kind of easy to use because some of us work out at a home gym as well, and maybe cables aren't realistic. So buying a cheap band online isn't really a hard thing to do, but the face pull is a really great exercise. It's simple to perform, and it really can recruit a bunch of different muscles that are surface level or even deeper. Some of those muscles I'm talking about are the deltoids, the rear deltoids, the medial deltoids. You can even start recruiting the rotator cuff. Now, if you're not familiar with the rotator cuff, those muscles are part of your shoulder blade, your scapula, and they wrap around the upper arm bone. So these rotator cuff muscles might go on top of the humerus, around to this side or the inside. And when I perform this face pull, if I can rotate my upper arm a certain way, then I can start to recruit those rotator cuff muscles to help keep my shoulders tight and safer from injury. So to perform the movement is pretty simple. You're just gonna pull this band or cable to your face. Now, when you do this, you want the band to be horizontal, because if you do this from a lower position and you pull up, it's going to influence resistance to go diagonally, and that's going to take you out of the position you want to be in to hit the rotator cuff muscles or the deltoids or even your trap muscles, which we'll talk about here in a minute and why it'd be the trap muscles. But to perform a face pull, you get the band horizontal. You're going to grip it so that the start of the movement already has tension. I don't want to start loose and then pull to my face and only have partial resistance. So I'm gonna extend my arm, start from here, and I'm gonna pull towards my forehead. And what happens from here is when I pull towards my forehead, I'll go ahead and do a couple reps. You'll notice that this path leads my forearms to be tall. And when you think about that type of resistance, it's really gonna hit the medial deltoid on the side of the body. And that's not a muscle a lot of powerlifters hit. And it's one that you really need to recruit to have anatomical harmony amongst these muscle groups. But if I aim for that forehead and I pull this way, not only am I getting the medial deltoid, but if you watch the arm rotate, this way, that rotation, that's going to start hitting your rotator cuff muscles. You have 4 different rotator cuff muscles. If you externally rotate, internally rotate, that's going to change the type of rotator cuff muscles you use. But for the most part, any kind of rotation will recruit some of those rotator cuff muscles, and their job is to keep the shoulder tight and all that muscle tight so it's not loose and could get out of position and cause injury. But sometimes when we do these exercises, I might get a client who tells me, hey, when I do the face pull, it kind of bothers my deltoid. Is there a different way we can go about it? So there are times where I might program it a little bit lower, and I might do the face pull to the chin right here. Now, when I did it to the forehead, that did bother my shoulder a little bit. But if I aim for my chin and keep my forearms flat, right here, now when I do that movement, that corresponds to the transverse plane, which is going to be my rear deltoid. And we all know that if you want to have strong pressing muscles, you have to have strong opposing muscle groups to help counterbalance those forces. And doing a face pull to the chin can help target the rear deltoid to make you stronger in that sense, but you don't really recruit the rotator cuff as much because there's no rotation of the upper arm. Some people say that the face pull is a back exercise, and that can be true if you have that mindset. So if I do this face pull flat to my chin, and I think about my shoulder blades retracting and protracting on purpose, I could feel it in the rhomboids, the trapezius muscles, and now it becomes kind of like a part of my back day. So if I was someone who wanted to have a great back day, deadlifts, rows, etc., I would say to the client, go ahead and do face pulls to the chin. Think about protraction, retraction, and keep your forearms flat. But if I had a client who said, hey, I want a good shoulder day and I need some shoulder health, I would tell them, okay, change it from the chin, but aim for the forehead, and you'll start recruiting the rotator cuff muscles, the medial deltoid, etc. So this is just a basic tutorial on the face pull. It can be used for shoulder day, shoulder health, back day, rear delt health. The uniqueness about it is from the chin up can make a whole big difference on how it's going to influence your anatomy. But just in general, the face pull is a great exercise. It's simple to implement, and I think it's underused in not just the powerlifting community, but the strength community as well. So hopefully you liked the video. If you have a question, leave a comment below. We can kind of direct a conversation from there, kind of answer any questions you may have about different touch points, if we can do it from different positions, and hopefully we can make your workouts a bit better from this video. So again, my name is Lucero with Powerlifting Technique. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you next time.